Hi, I'm Pablo. I'm pursuing my art practices degree, and I have a previous degree and career in fashion design. And I'm from rural California.
Hi, my name's Ava. I just graduated from PSU with a degree in a Bachelor's of Arts in Arts and Letters and a minor in graphic design, and I am from Auburn, California.
Oh, wow. Some shared geography there, then, a little bit. That's fantastic. So, how did you connect then? How did you connect with each other in order to start this project?
We were both actually in a weaving class, and I was weaving all sorts of experimental, strange things, and Ava was weaving at this just incredibly high, technical, beautiful degree. And I thought, I want that person on my team for something.
Yeah, we were also had sculpture class together, and Pablo was making some awesome, crazy sculptures like hanging from the ceiling and stuff.
So, not only were you inspired by each other to do something amazing, tell me what inspired you to take part in Cleantech.
So I heard about clean tech and I immediately was interested because it had the word challenge in it. And also, it has this feature of kind of open experimentation in the name of creating something good for the world. And those are three really appealing things to me.
That is really tremendous. Ava, what inspired you to want to do the Cleantech Challenge?
Pablo came to me and asked me if I wanted to be part of the team with this crazy idea of making kombucha into fabric, and I thought that sounded amazing. And I had just graduated, so doing anything related to PSU and anything art related after graduation was really appealing to me, so I could stick with it.
Well, I think you just gave us a little bit of a hint, but what is your project? Tell me more.
So our project is taking kombucha SCOBY, which is kind of the pond scum that grows and brews kombucha, and turning it into textiles.
And what sent you down this path of wanting to work with a byproduct like this and turn it into something else?
In my previous life as a fashion designer, I got to tour factories and learn a lot about the industry. And the brand I was working for had all best practices. They had all the eco-friendly qualifications and all the humanitarian sort of audits checked off. And it still had such a tremendous amount of waste, and the feelings in the factory still just wasn't, it just didn't feel good. And I wanted to create something that would help the environment and help kind of clean up the apparel industry because we all need to wear clothes, but maybe we can figure out a better way to do that.
That's fantastic. What is it that makes this so important? What do you really see the long term impacts of something like this being?
All the possible materials that we have for apparel right now are really wasteful and negatively impact the environment. Cotton, including organic cotton, is seen as a eco-friendly thing and it isn't synthetic, but it's the largest user of water of all the agricultural crops. Polyester, of course, is putting microplastics in the ocean. And there's just so much waste that I think that anything we can do that negates some of that waste in the textile industry is a positive for the planet overall.
Sounds like it's going to have an incredible impact. Looking at such a creative way to use a material that people don't think about. It's really quite brilliant. But as you're going through this, it's not easy. It's not easy to create a new innovation. So, what are some of the big challenges that you're facing, the obstacles that you foresee having to overcome?
One of the big challenges is just getting enough of this SCOBY material to actually create fibers from. So we're working with some local businesses, kombucha brewing businesses here in Portland, and getting their excess SCOBY material that would just be going to compost or to the trash. We're getting it by the bucket full, and PSU has been very generous and helped us get a laboratory so that we can take these all, we can dry them out, we can run some experiments. So getting the space and getting the material has been the first major challenge, but I think we're well underway now.
One of the setbacks was having trouble understanding scientific documents. So we're getting some help from the science community and people we know to help to try to decipher and get a lab process down.
It's absolutely fantastic to hear that you are building that support system around you, that you're building that network. Can you share a little bit more about, the support system that you've built and the network that you're tapping into to work on this?
One of the people, like science people, we're asking help from is a family friend of mine, Lucian, who lives up in Washington. I'm going up there next weekend, and we're going to have a meeting about some of the scientific papers that I sent him. Josh, our mentor, I know is going to hook us up with some science people. Pablo, your friend Margot, even got the first scobies for us.
Yeah, that's true. She reached out to several of her contacts in the community and found people that she knew that brews kombucha who were interested in our project. And I think that's one of the really great things about our project is everyone seems interested and excited and kind of activated by it. And they're kind of connecting us with everybody else to help us out. And that feels really positive. It feels like we have a good impact on the community.
I really hear that you're building a community around this, getting all of this support. I'm curious, are either one of you first generation college students?
I am a first generation college student, yes.
That's fantastic. So we often hear it can be tough to know where to turn for resources and having to sometimes try harder than others to really get where you need to go. Have you felt supported, and what are some really interesting ways that you feel like being a part of this challenge has opened the door for you to tap into those networks?
I feel like one of the most challenging things about being a first generation college student, at least in my experience, is just that I don't know what is available and I don't know what resources exist because they weren't something I commonly heard. My parents didn't know how college applications work. I'd see all kinds of different department names and not know what they were for, if they were for me. So by participating in the Cleantech Challenge, I'm seeing how many ways that one department or one facet of university can connect to everything else. I said I needed space, and then the clean tech entrepreneurship people connected me with business people who had a laboratory space, and it suddenly just happened. So just seeing kind of this scope of connections that are possible made me realize how many resources are available if you just ask and investigate openly.
We certainly hope to be there, a part of your entire entrepreneurship journey, and continue to support you guys as you move forward with all kinds of avenues of innovation. You said something really interesting earlier, Pablo, that one of the things that drew you into the Clean Tech Challenge was the word challenge. I'd love to know from both of you, what do you hope to get out of your experience in clean tech? What do you want to leave with after completing the finals?
I think that what I may get the most out of this is having an idea and then having all the resources and all of the people around me and around this idea saying yes and trying to push it as far as it can. I think that's a really unique thing. And a lot of the time, having an idea and trying to push it forward into the world requires a lot of work and a lot of convincing people and a lot of these sorts of things. And so being in an organization that the default is yes, let's figure that out and let's push it further is incredible. So I'm just interested to see how far we can go.
Yeah, I'm with Pablo there. I really like the challenge aspect, as well as I wasn't very aware of like the entrepreneurship aspect, and I've always been on like the artsy side of things. So being on the business side of things is a really nice change of perspective, as well as being able to get in contact with the business side of things, because that's really what makes things happen. If you don't have a network of business people, you can't make a career out of art. So I'm really excited about that.
That is really quite inspiring. And I also get the impression you've worked hard to set yourselves apart, not, using a material that has been used in the fashion industry before, but using it and looking at new avenues for it. What is the most important thing you want the judges to understand about your innovation, about what you're trying to do here?
I would like the judges to understand that not only is this possible and really beneficial for the environment, but it's also relatively easy. It's happening. It just needs to be pushed and blown up and continued. I feel that our project and the implications of replacing fibers in the apparel industry is very, very possible. And I feel like it's not a shot in the dark to vote for us because we can do it, and it's been done in minor ways, and why not do it in a major way?
I agree.
As you know, in the Clean Tech Challenge, you are part of a cohort. You've got your fellow competitors. Sometimes everyone views themselves as one giant team trying to get to the finish line and supporting each other. This is the Clean Tech Challenge. While each project is unique and brings a different perspective on innovation, what do you really hope to see from your fellow competitors when it comes to looking at environmental responsibilities within their own chosen innovations?
I really would like to see interest in environmental techniques through the process of creation. I think that there's kind of a greenwashing that can happen in corporate environments where we do all of our wasteful processes to get to the green result, but I would love to see what sort of environmentally conscious steps are taken in the production cycle as well.
I'm excited to see what their final graphic designs look like personally, because I know some businesses can be lacking in that area, but I can't wait to see how everyone's turns out and what it looks like visually in the end.
That's fantastic. Thank you both so much for being with me today. I honestly cannot wait to see what your final prototype looks like, and really to see you guys take that stage and pitch at the end of March. So congratulations for making it this far, and we're looking forward to seeing what's next. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.